Fees versus free. This is a big one. This is a very big one. So this is in terms of merchant fees. So I'm going to use a couple examples here. The first one is if you're a business owner and you sell products, services online, you have a middleman there. In this case, we'll use Shopify. So Shopify, every time somebody buys something from our website, King Golf, they take about a 5% fee off that. That's their merchant fee because they're the middleman in that transaction, making sure that you pay and I deliver. They're the middleman. That's where they get the fees from there. So 5% of every single transaction on our website gets paid to Shopify, and that adds up. Any business, any amount of business, that adds up. 5% off of every transaction, especially how much things cost now. Because we, as a person who has a business, we're paying more for all of our inputs. We're paying more for our leather. We're paying more for our apparel. We're paying more for everything. And you can't just keep increasing your prices for people. So the margin keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And you have a 5% fee on top of that that's being paid to Shopify, which is insane. Insane. Visa is the same. Every time you go to a store, that business has to pay 2 or 3% to Visa or MasterCard just to facilitate that transaction. And it takes a couple days. That's the old way of doing things. In the new world, in the new internet, there's no fees. It's free. When you're buying things with Lightning. And on Friday's show, I actually bought a t-shirt from the Juxtapose website, a Bitcoin t-shirt, using Lightning, 0 fees. He didn't pay any fees. I didn't pay any fees. That means the price can stay lower. Because when you cut out the middleman there, you can drop your prices. So not only is it there's no fees, but it's much faster. He didn't have to wait 2 or 3 days for that money to show up in his account like a normal business would. He had that Bitcoin because we used Lightning. He had that Bitcoin in his wallet as soon as I pressed the buy button. Didn't have to go anywhere. It didn't have to go to 5 different banks, to PayPal, through Shopify, through all that. It just goes straight to him. And it's so hard to wrap our minds around that because it's so different than what we're used to, what we've grown up in here. So that's a big one, fees versus free. And of course, as Lightning grows and more people start using it, the fees will go up a little bit. But if you compare a 5% merchant fee versus like a 5 sat fee for using Lightning, like what's 5 sats? Less than a penny. So it's not completely free, but it's pretty much free and it's instantaneous. And you don't have to check with each other's banks to make sure that they're okay with you spending that money at this place. So that's fees versus free. What else we got here? Spam versus fam.